What's happening? We're back. It's raining.
Raining while being red hot, which is the worst of all of the rain.
It's raining scam.
Because I put a waterproof on and then still end up wet because I've sweated my tits off in the fucking humidity.
Yeah, I was alright. I think my pants got soaked with the getting there on. I had a new jacket on.
I just missed the worst of it. It started pelting down once I got in to the shipping forecast. I was at the bar speaking to the manager and they just went... And the dog was like pulling me towards the door. Like she's like, "What the fuck is that?" Because it was coming down so heavy.
Well, it was heavy.
Yeah,
downpour. It looks like My Chemical Romance tonight is going to be dripping.
Yeah.
Goth pussy.
Wet goths.
Dripping with... It's probably my perfect fucking show, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well,
It'd be horrible to be standing in that. I mean, I think it's going to brighten up, but can you imagine being in the standing section? So in Anfield...
Stinging of rollies, mate.
Because the Foo Fighters looked fucking boss, by the way. Yeah. Based on my stories, I think I was the only cunt who wasn't at fucking the Foo Fighters show. But it looked boss. Just the pyro at the end and all that. And footage from every angle, from standing, from every stand. Someone looked like it was filmed by a pigeon sitting on the top of the fucking King Kenny stand. Mad la.
I wonder if you can just go and sit in Stanley Park and listen.
You probably could get it, because, funny enough, when I seen Foo Fighters, because I was meant to go when they played in Wembley a few years ago. I say a few years ago, it was pre-pandemic. It's fucking moons ago. Whatever. I'm thinking of Guns N' Roses, but that was before that. Whatever. We went to see Foo Fighters, but it was when we went to see them in Wembley, but Dave broke his leg in one of the European tours, and he had to postpone it. And because obviously Wembley's only available certain times, they had to relocate to the Milton Keynes Bowl, which is sound, but Milton Keynes horrible. It's like a grey void, isn't it?
Weird place, isn't it?
And the people are sound and that. Everyone was sound, wasn't the people. It was just like, it just looks like an industrial estate, no matter where you are. Like
it was just
a B&Q warehouse, a massive one. It was built
recently, man, at Milton Keynes, like at the time. It was like, wasn't it built like in like the fucking 50s or something? No idea,
but it looks like Speak Retail Park from the bit where you load in though, and not the bit where you actually go in as a customer. Just horrible, but the show was fucking boss, but we didn't go and see any of the warm-up acts, and they were good as well, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think it was Iggy Pop was on, and I fucking love Iggy Pop, but we sat outside drinking ale, knowing it was going to be super expensive on the inside. Excuse me, so we were just like getting the ale down us, and we were Milton Keynes Bones right next to like it's probably a pond, but we were like, it's a lake, because it seemed big. It may be a pond, but some body of water, a few spliffs, a few cans, just getting warmed up for it, and you could hear it. So it's not the best, but it travels well enough that you could hear it for free, technically. But yeah, that was pretty cool, that show, because Dave Grohl was in just like a big massive throne with his leg up in plaster, just giving it beans. And Roger Taylor from Queen and John Paul Jones, the bass player from Led Zeppelin, came on stage, and Roger Taylor played drums, and Taylor Hawkins got up and sang Under Pressure flawlessly. It was fucking boss, especially now that he's gone as well. R.I.P. Taylor. Well, Taylor. But yeah, it was boss. And me and Welsh J had about 20 pre-rolled spliffs each, and he didn't even search us when we went in, just had a fucking big box full of them. So when we got in, I was swapping Cockneys fucking joints for big 2-pint jugs. You know, they do the big 2-pint ones. They're about 20 quid. Oh, Mike, can I have a little toke of that? I was like, I tell you what, give me one of them drinks, because he had a load on the floor. Like, give me one of them, you can have a whole spliff. And he's like, fucking right, bruv, yeah. Give me like a fucking 2 pints of piss. It was red hot after like 3 swigs, because I didn't want to put it down. Because by this point, it's filling up, you know what I mean? And again, we didn't see any of the support, so
if you could
shocker by then.
You need to find a way where you can smoke alcohol.
I don't know if it was jackass, or I've definitely seen someone put like vodka in like a nebulizer or something. Just be like, yeah, that would fuck you up, that. Ingesting vodka through your lungs.
I've snorted vodka.
Oh yeah, me mate Willow used to eyeball it because he's a fucking lovable monk.
I've eyeballed it as well. Like, we just used to do also. He just snort caps of fucking vodka. With the fucking cheap shite. What's it called in the red cap?
Red stripe?
No, the vodka, Glens.
Oh, Glens, yeah. Glens isn't real vodka either.
Nah,
Because
it's just fucking ethanol.
we'd always freeze vodka, and you put a bottle of Glens in and it freezes, because
Yeah.
normal vodka, because it's a spirit, it can't freeze unless there's a certain amount of water in it. It just goes gloopy and lovely, and it's ice cold when you mix it with what I used to love, which is cherry coke and vodka in a pint glass. Thank fuck I don't drink no more. But yeah, just getting it down, it was lovely. But when it's frozen, it's like gloopy and ooh. But you put a Glens in and it's like, oh fuck, it's frozen.
Yeah, it's ice.
It's about fucking 10% proof and mostly water.
It made loads of people go blind, and I think I don't know if it was Glens or something, or it was another one. I remember reading like it just made pure people just go blind and then off fucking drinking it.
It's just fucking bog water and nail polish remover. Get it down, you lad, you'll be sound.
Yeah, sniff that.
Yeah, Willow used to eyeball not just vodka, all spirits, because he's fucking crazy. And
Eyeball Paul.
it's just, I'm just not into that. I love, which is out soon. I want to go and see that this week, but the new Jackass movie. But I love Jackass. Grew up on it. Love skateboard culture at the time because it was an impressible teen.
Yeah, Bam Margera.
Just loved it all, yeah. Bam's about now and doing loads of stuff on YouTube, and it's really good.
Yeah, it's good to be back, isn't he?
Yeah, and he can still rip, considering he's a fat cunt, considering what he used to be like when he was younger.
Yeah, I've seen him on someone's video. I can't remember who. It might have been
It's
Tony
probably
Hawk's.
the Darley brothers, something. I can't remember what they're called, but it's like three brothers who are all skaters, and they've been doing some really good skate content. That's made me really nostalgic, because they shoot it like old school videos that used to get passed around pre-internet, or when internet was in its infancy.
Yeah.
So you could get it, but it wasn't like YouTube, and it took an hour to fucking for it to load up a picture of like Heather Graham's tits. Yeah. So he wasn't sharing any videos online at that point.
Here's a fucking flashback for you. Remember, I used to watch all the time the videos on like Tony Hawk's and that.
Oh yeah.
They used to unlock the videos of the skaters doing like.
Oh shit, yeah. And you could get secret characters. Wasn't Bam a secret?
I think Bam was in. I think he was.
Well, Steve-O was a secret character in one of them. It was like Tony Pro Skater 3 or something, or one of the mad ones.
4, yeah.
One of the lesser ones to the first two that were fucking incredible.
Yeah, and I know, and I've got the remakes of 3 and 4, but I haven't got the remakes of 1 and 2.
I played the remake of 1 and 2, yeah, because they were together, weren't they? But they weren't available on PS Plus, and I did play it for a little bit. But I couldn't get used to now, my big fucking sausage thumbs, getting used to the up, down, left, right.
Oh,
you know, to do the skills. I kept going to the analog, and you have to be super precise with the analog because you've got the diagonals. Yeah. I was shit at it, so it didn't last very long. I was like, this is now I remember it.
Yeah, using it, remember? Yeah, you had to use the D-pad, didn't you, all the time? Like,
yeah, because there was analogs after the fact on the PS1, but most games didn't use them, apart from a handful of them initially.
Yeah, Ape Escape.
Yeah, and was Crash Bandicoot? I don't even know. I hated that game.
Yeah,
I was like,
them PlayStation sticks were horrible, weren't they?
The initial ones.
They were dead short, weren't they?
Yeah. That was before L3 and R3, because that was in the PS2, I think.
Yeah, I think L3 and R3 come back.
Come and lie down now, Boz, you got punched up.
Come on, girl. Come and sit up. Come on, girl, make some
Resident DJ, skinny tits, is standing behind a camera and crying for whatever reason. She probably needs a shite, because... No, she shouldn't do. Whatever. But yeah, fucking... I just need to get on to... I forget what I was going to say. Yeah. Fuck it, what have we been up to this week? Anything good? Any crazy stories?
I played a charity football match for Owen.
Oh yeah, that's what was one of the questions, was how did it go?
Yeah, it was sound. Yeah, we won 5-1. Yeah, it was good.
I'm gutted because I never made it last year, and I wanted to come this year, but I was working this Sunday, under 18 show, so I'm in there in the daytime as well. It's not like I could have caught the match and then got the train straight to here. If it was like a conventional show and finished starting at 7 or whatever and finishing at 10, 11.
Yeah, Sammy Lee was our manager this year.
Seeing that, so you were on the winning side then?
Yeah, we were on...
I'm always happy when the Reds win, even when it's a charity match.
I said the fair, I've been on the winning team every single time, 3 times, 3 wins.
Good luck.
1 goal.
Who else was playing? Because I haven't seen many pitches, to be honest.
There's loads playing, mate, there's loads. Rob Thomas, Danny McLaughlin, Jack Miller, John Riley, Sonny. There's loads of people. There was the Red Men TV with there.
I was right.
Natasha Dowie was there. She was on our team.
It's probably why you won. It's probably better than half of the lads there, to be
Yeah,
fair.
but one of the other.
Did they have an ex-pro? Because that's a bit slight, to be fair.
Yeah. But to be fair, she was definitely the best player on the pitch. Like,
Yeah, I was going to say, because
but we had some good
mostly
players.
fat piss heads.
Yeah, Lewis Etienne's a good player. Danny McLaughlin's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good comedian as well, Danny.
Yeah, he's fucking class, man. And it was just like, and then the rest of it was just fat piss heads. I didn't even get on the pitch, as I was fucking injured.
Chocolate knees.
Yeah.
Like the fucking...
I thought I was going to get a run out, like... I thought he was going to, come on, just come on.
Last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just
He was
fucking...
just like, nah. But he brought on Jack Miller's kid instead. Fucking, lass.
Did anyone volley any of the kids?
Nah, no, he scored though, Miller's kid, like...
I was right.
Yeah.
That's
Scored
good,
the
that.
last goal.
Yeah, it's
And at the
belter.
end, it was quite emotional and that, because like, the old McVeigh bought all like the kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh.
Or like the way the kids who've like come through the treatments and all that.
Yeah, the ones that the money actually goes to.
Yeah,
that's boss.
and they give them the trophy and that, and they were all like,
Yeah,
and I
that's
was like,
belter. Yeah, anyone who is watching, get on the McVeigh Foundation. They do boss stuff for the sick kids and that, and they do this footy match once a year as well, and it's always bosses. Isn't it third year, fourth year this year?
third year this year,
Yeah, so little lads sick and that. Money's going to a good cause as well. It's not like one of them fucking... This is going to cancer research and there's some CEO fucking peeling an orphan with all the money. Fuck off.
Yeah, no, it's a legitimately brilliant charity. Does so much for kids who are going through an awful time with cancer treatments and that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's good when there's things like that. Where are you going now? Like, there's a few, isn't there? Like Fingy's house, what is it?
Ronald McDonald House. That's one, isn't it?
Sophie's house, is it? Or am I thinking of...
No, Sophie's Place, is it?
Sophie's Place, that's it, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
They do really good stuff as well.
Or Zoe's Place.
Zoe's Place.
Is
I'm
it?
thinking of fucking Sophie's Choice. Which
Yeah, Sophie's Choice is like a completely different thing, isn't it?
That's the reason people are going to these places. but yeah, any good local place where there's hard work and people doing it and you can see where the money's going, always. But anyone selling you to fucking...
If anyone comes knocking at your door asking you to fucking donate, tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
I've done that job. It doesn't go to fucking anyone.
Anyone come and fucking foster this tiger. You don't really get a tiger, we'll just send you a teddy and we'll take all your money.
Don't
Fucking
even pay for
toffee
your
that.
fucking kids. You're going to pay for your fucking manatee for?
Yeah, your made up tiger with us.
Yeah. Oh, what are you going to do? Send me a fucking plushie.
Like a sneaky Doc Antle, just taking all the dough for the big cats.
Yeah. Doc Brown was meant to be playing actually, I don't know why.
Doc Brown? What?
Yeah.
Marty!
121 gigawatts. Great Scott.
He's going to come but couldn't get the car at 88 mile an hour. He had to chip it.
He had to come off in the 88th minute.
You'll be there next year, but travelling from the future.
Yeah. What else have I done? Fuck all.
I haven't got much to say, to be honest. Other than still buying comics I got a new TV stand, but that's like so mundane and shit. But it definitely looks way better. Gives me more space to put shit.
Yeah. Did a gig. Well, did the open mic last night in the Whippet, which was good.
Yeah, it looked like a good turnout.
Yeah. They're always getting decent numbers in there, no, on Monday and that.
Probably because it's free.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Could be free.
Speaking of things that aren't free, to be honest, I fucking ended up getting a copy of Batman 423. So anyone who's a fat nerd like me will know that it's like an iconic Todd McFarlane cover. He only ever did one. He did stuff on Detective Comics, but he only ever did one Batman comic. It's like 1989 or something. And it's just a dead iconic fucking cover. I'll put like a picture of it somewhere. And it's sick because... There's a funny story behind it as well, because it's dead iconic and people spend loads of money on it, on a good copy of it. Like a graded copy goes for hundreds of quid. I end up getting one for under 100 quid and it's in really good condition. It's a first printing. So I think if you got it pressed, you could get it graded and it could be worth significantly more. I'm not interested in doing that. I just want to put it on display. Got in like a top loader and that. But anyway, Todd McFarlane tells the story himself where basically DC went to him and were like, do you want to draw Batman? He was like, fucking, of course I do.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like,
fuck yeah.
He's like, yeah, well, we need you to fax it to us because, again, it was 1989. You need to fax it to us, like, by tomorrow. He's like, what? So...
Draw it now, motherfucker.
He said, like, if he didn't just have to do it that quick, he'd have probably done this over-intricate thing that people probably would have liked, but it probably wouldn't have been iconic because it's basically, I think, it's just Batman, like, holding, I think it's Vicky Vale, but I might be wrong, but it's holding some woman anyway. And if you've seen Spawn, you know how fucking epic his capes are. It's basically that, but he's like, to save time, he just did all straight lines. So when you look at it, it looks cool as fuck, but when you actually study it, you're like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
like,
no
it genuinely doesn't make sense, but it looks incredible, and that's why it's an iconic cover. And I got a really good deal for it, because one, the guy wasn't like, this is it on its own, and it's a first printing. He had it with like 3 other issues, so there was 4 of them. And he didn't like say, it was just like the numbers of the issues. And I mean, it still went up to like 80 odd quid, which sounds expensive, but when it's worth, looking at the pictures, knowing it was a first printing, I knew it was worth more than that. And you're getting all the other comics just basically thrown in for free and getting it under what you can get for it.
Sounds like a bargain.
It's not.
A bargain.
It's not, but it's fucking lovely, and it gives me the happy times, and I don't want to jump out of windows when I look upon it. So
that's
good.
always a bonus, isn't it?
But yeah, I was thinking as well the other day, if you watch any of the World Cup.
I've been watching little bits and that, but I just hate international football.
So do I. I'm the same.
I just can't bear it.
I haven't, apart from when I'm here and I've gone upstairs to like, before a band goes on stage or whatever, I'm like, I'll just shoot upstairs. And I go there and the telly's on. So that's the only time I've seen it. Otherwise, I haven't seen a single kick. I haven't watched highlights. I've kept an eye on results and tables and all the rest of that.
Yeah. I've watched quite a bit of it. Like highlights and stuff, or I've put it on where it's been on. Like, because I've been getting up a lot earlier, because the dogs got me up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock every day. And a lot of the time there's a World Cup match on. So I just get up and put the telly on and just chill, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I watched the Jamie Paraguay game for a bit yesterday.
I might end up watching a couple of games now. We're getting into the knockouts, but there's 32 instead of the last 16. That's just one stage too many because they want to put more teams in. It's still badly seeded as well. Not badly, as in like it's seeded in the way that the big boys aren't going to get each other to like the quarters or the semis, and it's like, it's just fucking corruption all over.
Fuck FIFA.
Them fucking hydration breaks where it's just a reason to push Budweiser adverts in your fucking...
They just turn it into quarters, aren't they? That's it. Just like...
Yeah. And
the end of the first quarter.
Obviously, some of the states they're playing in are fucking hot, especially this time of year, so I'd understand, but most of the time it's not even a necessary one. They're just literally doing it, so it's like...
The other day it was pissing down.
Yeah, it's like...
It's fucking pissing down. They're like, hydration break.
Want to volley you in the face with a Mackey's advert. That's what they want to do. Fucking bullshit.
USA.
Be hydrated with fucking Red Bull. Fuck you.
Red Bull gives you wings to crash.
I've always hated
towers.
international football and Republic of Ireland aren't in it, so I've got no reason to support anyone.
I was supporting Scotland.
I know, yeah, and they looked as though they needed a few results to go their way. They need to stay in that weird third place table that they have before it goes to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's just the fucking... Why? What is the point in that?
It's determined the last 16 to play the other ones, but then they get seeded against a harder team. But it's all just a load of bollocks. It's orchestrate perfect like semis and quarters and that. And I think it's mad that you had to start with England again. I haven't watched none of it, and I fucking hate England. And anyone who's offended by that, you can suck upon my titties. But yeah, I think it's mad that he hasn't took Trent, and I fucking hate Trent for leaving us and all that last season. But fuck me, Kwanzaa's a great player. I think we shouldn't have let him go, especially since our replacement for him got injured. And we have got to buy back and all that, but it's probably worth Brewster's now.
I think it's like 60,
having to play him right back because
it's like 60 odd million, you know.
Yeah, which is it's only about 20 more than what they paid for him, though, isn't it? But whatever. The fact that he's taken what's his name from Chelsea, he was a great player, but he never fit. You know what I mean? What's his name? Why can't I think of his name? The right back. His sister plays for Chelsea as well.
Reece James.
Yeah, Reece James. Amazing player, but when he's fit. And, I mean, yeah, whatever. I don't even care about him. I'm not even fucking going to go into it. I'd rather, for me, it's getting in the way of the real football. And like I was saying to you, especially now with that Areola coming in, I just can't wait for pre-season.
Yeah. Pre-season will be a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, and we haven't got too many Liverpool players now, with the players who have left.
Yeah, Jamie.
And though getting injured, we haven't got too many who are still in it. I think it's like 6 players, is it? The 2 Dutch lads, Ryan, 3, sorry, because Gravenberch, Cody, yeah, and Verge. So yeah, we haven't got that many people who are going to come back, because that's the worst thing about a World Cup summer. It's a big one for us, new manager. We're obviously going to have to buy. And it's the last thing you need is players coming back late, coming back knackered. Yeah. But the ones who are there, we have got a good few players who can start straight from the beginning, as long as touch wood they're fit. Hopefully, as alas as it sounds, sorry any Swedish people, as if one of the 4 people who are going to watch this would be Swedish. I hope the Swedes go out just to protect Isak. For selfish reasons, fuck the Swedes. We want Isak to stay fit. Yeah.
Don't get injured, Alex.
And that's my main fear every time, even all of the fixtures throughout the season. It's like, fuck you and your international break. Yeah. Do you know, there's like a double one as well in September or some shit. There's like a game and a half, and then it's like 2 or 3 weeks of international breaks for them. And it's them stupid national leagues, isn't it? It's essentially friendlies, but they try to make them more competitive by turning them into leagues. But no, they're still friendlies at the end of the day. You might get a little snide trinket at the end if you win.
Yeah, but no one cares, do they?
Exactly, it's a load of shite. But that's the thing, a load of small towners probably love it, don't they? But for me, it's getting in the way of the Reds, and again, the hopes for next season with a new manager. And
what are your hopes for next season?
Well, we obviously need to get players in. Diamandi looks like he's going to Paris Saint-Germain. That would have been great, because he's so good from what I've seen of him. And granted, it is mostly YouTube videos, and you could probably film the dog for long enough with a ball, and you could get a highlight reel that made it look like Messi. But at the same time, there's enough about this kid and how unorthodox he is to make him think he'd be boss. Cutting inside on his left, similar to Salah, because we obviously need that. But obviously that's not going to happen now, so it looks as though Barcola's going to happen, because if he goes to Paris Saint-Germain, he can then come from Paris Saint-Germain to us. But the problem is he plays mostly on the left. And we've got, Gakpo, Rio, and...
We've got too many options on the left.
Yeah, but he is more direct.
Virts can play on the left as well.
Exactly, yeah. And
Isak comes in off the left.
Yeah, and we definitely chalk at that side, but who's to say he might not want to play with like a more conventional winger, the less of the cutting in, getting to the byline and crossing it, because...
Well, I think that's what we need, because
he's got a lot of speed, but not much finishing product, so he's not great with his finishing. So maybe you'll have him like bombing on with the right back to try and get to the touchline and getting balls into the dangerous men.
Well, that's it. That's what we need. I think we're going to move away from cutting in.
Yeah, just need to do something a little bit different.
Across the 6-yard box to Isak
and the stuff that I know about Bournemouth as well, because I can't sit here and admit that I'd watched loads of Bournemouth apart from when we played them, but I do know that they play decent football and he gets the best out of players, doesn't he? And you've already seen how good he got out of Kirkes, having him bombing up.
Yeah.
So I think he would be a bit more wide without necessarily using inside forwards.
Yeah, well, look what he did to Semenyo as well.
So you could have Barcola come in and play on the right and just get to the byline and use your right foot. You're not there to cut inside.
Yeah, it depends how much you want for Barcola though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. And I mean, I'm sure, because he doesn't play all that much for them at the minute, because the players that they're keeping him out there, fucking
Dembele, fucking
Kvaratskhelia,
fucking...
Yeah, Dembele's still the holder of the Ballon d'Or, because we haven't had the next one yet.
Do we play for PSG?
I think so, I can't remember.
Apparently he's
but yeah, they've got that Vitina, and there's just loads. Marquinhos as a centre-half, he's fucking an animal. He was amazing in the Champions League final against Arsenal. He just fucking comes out of nowhere, and he reminds me of Maldini, because he's got the long hair, and he'll tackle, but he'll almost go through it at the same time, but because it's such a clean, he's won the ball, he can still get away with it, even in this day and age, where, like, that's just Maldini all over. He just coming from the side and just just his leg would just go, yep, and they'd take it.
Yeah, like his big stretchy legs.
Yeah, this is mine now. I am the captain now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's interesting, man. I think we might go for someone who's lesser known. I don't think we...
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do, especially since, I mean, you know, the likes of Bournemouth and Brighton, they're two big examples of getting young players, getting the best out of them, and then end up selling them for Bruce's.
Do you know what I think? Just as you mentioned Brighton, I think we'll get Minter. You know, I think that's who we'll end up with.
Yeah, I've heard a few things about that. Decent player. Because you were talking about Matoma as well at some point, because he always has a boss game against us, and he's a great player. But similar to, in my opinion, similar to Jared Bowen, because there's a lot of talk about that, because obviously West Ham can't even afford to pay his wages because they've gone down, all of that shit. He's very good, but I think you're looking about 2 or 3 years ago for it to have been worth it. I mean, don't get me wrong, if he came in and been a squad...
Tax, the Premier League tax. He's got too many taxes on him. He's going to be 29.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, if you give him maybe like 2 seasons and he was willing to be a squad player...
Ricky Lambert.
Yeah, exactly. But I genuinely think he could do better than Ricky Lambert, but at the same time, it would have to be for buttons, and he'd have to be willing to be just like a bit player, because we've got 50, 60 games in the season if we go to distance in most of the competitions, and you're going to need the legs.
How much did he say?
I don't even know. I don't know numbers on that one. I just know that it's being talked about since before they even knew that West Ham had gone down. It was being touted. Because even then, I'm like, he's good player, and he's had another boss season, but is he too old? I think he could be.
Yeah, I think he will be, yeah.
But again...
I think he could go to Spurs or something.
Yeah, like with Robbo, because they need a bit of experience and just like consolidate a bit, don't they? With who's even there now?
They're looking at getting Tonali, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe so. That he's being touted to be going at some point anyway.
Tonali, they've got...
Because they lost out that Spanish kid that we bought. Newcastle were meant to be in for him, weren't they?
Yeah, the kid from Rayo Vallecano, was he?
So I was talking to a Geordie, he's like, you must fucking hate us now, lad. Yunus, yeah. Right? I was talking to a Geordie the other day who's a Newcastle fan, and saying, you must fucking hate us now, lad. He was like, to be honest, he was more asked about the incompetence of the board and the recruitment team than he are of Liverpool. It's like, you know, you're usually just doing the business the way you're meant to, in a way. It's more, they're starting to see their arse over
the way it's
the higher ups, more so than, you know what I mean, the Liverpool.
As in on Sunday, I was in a car with Jake Johnson and his dad. They're obviously Geordies now.
Yeah, good lad, Jake.
And they're like, fucking mate, that thing, right, fucking mad, mate, fucking coming out there, right, fucking track up rocking there, fucking macking rats, mate. That's all I heard all the way. What the thing, and I've just been talking in a Geordie accent for the last 2 days.
It just sticks in your mind.
The dog, yeah, fucking rat, mate, fuck off.
I love a Geordie accent, but it's one that I can't do very well. I'm normally alright with accents, most, like Irish and Welsh and stuff like that, but Geordie, I love it, but I can only do certain words, and then if I try and do like more than a couple of sentences, I just lose it big time.
Gaza.
Yeah. Remember when Gaza fucking turned up to Raoul Moat with a bucket of chicken and some bread and a fishing rod and that?
Raoul, it's Gaza, mate. We go fishing.
We're just mates like that. Want to bring him some
I'm
some
sure,
chicken and some bread?
Where did I see that on? Have you seen Dean Coughlin's podcast?
Not for a while.
James Kilvington.
Nah, because he lives up there now, doesn't he? He
Yeah.
lives in the northeast somewhere.
Yeah, he's got a podcast with James Kilvington going round the houses. They're good, you should watch it. We probably
I'll have to get
already.
onto that, because I like Dean.
Yeah, he's boss lad. And they had one of the bouncers off from Newcastle.
Oh, who used to work with Raoul Moat or something?
Yeah, he used to
Because
work
Gaza
with
knew them all, didn't he? That's how we knew him, how we knew Raoul, weren't it? Because from being on the doors in the clubs that he used to always be out.
And wasn't he going around with a shotgun and all that?
Yeah, he's fucking mad. He shot all the busies, didn't he? And then went into a little island, and Gaza thought he'd bring him some fucking KFC and a bit of bread.
Aye, mate.
How fucking working class is that, by the way? You're getting a KFC and then making a butty out of it.
Yeah. Just not giving a fuck about the bones.
Yeah. Bones first, lad, with Gaza. He fucking loves
Making
that shit.
Scotch drumsticks.
Yeah. I remember being in Barcelona and having to have a shit in a KFC because there was just nowhere else to go, because everyone's in the streets, no one was drinking in bars, it was too expensive, so you're in like the main square. Because this is when we played Barcelona, should add context. 2007 as well. actually bunked into the new camp. That was a fucking crazy story. But anyway, I had to go, and honest to God, lad, it was absolutely minty. But we were drinking vodka and coke just on the street, but getting it from the supermarket was significantly cheaper than. We think we had a kitty for the first day, and it just got burned through. Anyway, we were getting cups or getting it like, can I just get a coke from like the KFC, and then putting vodka, drinking most of it, putting the vodka in, and then filling it up. But because of the alcohol and it's a paper cup, it was just eating through the bottom, so you'd have to swap the cup every now and again before, or lose all your bevy on your keks. Fucking sly. But yeah, that was 2007 when we lost the Champions League to like AC Milan, the year after we'd won it. And I went to the new camp and we won 2-1 that year, bunked into the new camp. And then on Athens, I had to bunk onto the plane on the way home. I don't know if I've ever told you that story. I had a ticket, but I basically had to go out, fly home on my own, got back to the terminal, and loads of flights had been delayed because they put so many flights on to accommodate just fans going for that one event. And they were all the biggest plane I've ever been on, by the way, fucking double decker. But we got back and they took us to like literally the tarmac, but then was telling us it was like a 5-hour delay. I was like, what the fuck are we going to do here? There's literally people driving past with the big sets of stairs and we're standing here. And I was one of the only ones, and I'd only had a couple of cans by this point, but I was like the one who was like whipping everyone up to be like, there's no way we can stay here. So they took us back to the terminal. No, that was it. They got us food, and they came and they gave us these butties that were in like spaceman bags. You know what I mean? Like plastic wrappers.
Yeah.
And lad, it was still frozen in the middle because they were obviously made and then frozen, and they needed to thaw out, and they hadn't been out for long enough. So these were frozen butties in the middle. So I kicked off. I was like, you need to get us back to the terminal until we can come to the plane. And it was mad, the Athens one, because it was big, like round. It wasn't like big shops. It was all just little tiny kiosks. Yeah. All the way around the circumference of the gates. So I was just going up and I was just taking cans of Heineken. I was on my own, just taking them, not going to the till because there was just queues everywhere. Just going, and I just must have drank about 10 cans of Heineken. Just talking to anyone, bumping into lads who knew from school. My mate, who's actually a Blue, Gerard Dalt, I haven't seen him for years, but he used to sell Liverpool tickets. So every time I'd go to a European away, you'd see Gerard, and he was a fucking Blue selling Liverpool tickets. Seeing him I was in with him for a bit in the airport. Anyway, ended up seeing some photographer who gave me a backstage pass thing outside. He was the absolute image of Freddie Mercury. That's why I got talking to him, because I'm pissed going, oh, can I lie, you had the image of Freddie Mercury? Anyway, that was one of the last things I remember, because now I'm trying to find my way back, so to get back to the tarmac, and all I can remember is trying to find my way back and then waking up daylight on a bus miles away from the airport.
Fucking hell.
And I had loads of money on me as well, but when I went in my pockets, I still had my phone, but I only had 20 euros. Someone had took all my money and put me on a bus. Oh, yeah. And I was in a bus station miles away from the train. I got in a taxi, asked the fella to take me, and I was like, I've only got 20 euros. He's like, wow. He's like, it's going to be more. So rather than just taking me there or get me as close as possible and pulling over, we were on a motorway. Because I could see it going up and I didn't expect it to go up that fast. And I said, mate, I've only got 20 euros. The cunt took me back, even though it cost more than 20 euros. Took me last 20 euros and left me at the place I was. Now I'm at the exact same place with 20 euros less. And I was shocked. I turned to this scouse lad to give me a ciggy. I don't even smoke ciggies. I'll have a spliff, but I just shocked, and I was still half pissed, waking up on a bus. And I was like, I basically just got my head together, found a bus in fucking literal Greek numerals. I was like, what the fuck's this? Found the English one. That got on a bus at the airport. I was scatty because I was hungover to fuck, still half pissed. All of the Greek people are getting on the bus, going to work in like the coats and that, because they thought it was cold, even though it was May and in Greece. So I was in me fucking flip-flops and that.
Just thinking, who is this?
Just hanging out of my ass. No money. I've had to fucking beg on the bus. Finally gets back to the airport and I'm just looking for screens to Liverpool. I've got my boarding pass to get on a plane that's already gone 12 hours ago or whatever the fuck. Or should have done, but it was delayed. Finds this place and I just start following these Scouse fellas because I found Liverpool and I just followed them. We went into like a little thing and they didn't even ask for passes or nothing. And honest to God, it was about the size of this fucking couch was the gate. So I was like, how big's the plane going to be? And they're all chatting away and I said, where's this going, mate? And because I was just there on my own. I was like, where's this flight going to? And like, oh, we're flying to Kos. We're going to Kos, and then from Kos to Liverpool. I was like, for fuck's sake. So I had to get out. But then the woman who didn't ask me for a boarding pass on the way in was like, where you going? Where you going? Your flight? I was like, no, I'm in the wrong place. I showed her the boarding pass. She was like, that was like hours ago. I was like, yeah, I know. So you have to go back and they'll give you a new card, but it could be like 12 hours. And I was like, no. Yeah. Ended up going back out looking for the screens for Liverpool. Finally finds it. This is the biggest airport I've been in, by the way. I felt like I'd been walking around in circles forever. And I finally get to this gate, or there's a couple of gates, and it was fucking chaos. As soon as you go in, just people pulling each other and armed busies everywhere. It was just chaos because there's people trying to board a flight that they have tickets to, and then there's people in similar situations to me who've missed the flight, or the flight's been cancelled or delayed, and they're just trying to get on. And it was chaotic, and all I had was an out-of-date boarding pass. But I'd been queuing up just blindly, and I was getting close to where the gate was. And there was either side of the gate is fucking, like, Greek busies with all the stab vests and helmets on and fucking MP3s. Well, MP3s, fucking MP5 guns, listening to Killing in the Name of. But I was just like, oh, this is mad. What am I going to do here? And as we're queuing up, we finally get to, like, there's only a few people in front of me and they're going to start calling me forward. And in front of me is like, you know, like the little stands where the dolly birds stand and take tickets. Yeah. There was one of them and there was a woman and she was counting. So basically when you have your boarding pass, you have the bit you retain, the bigger bit. And they rip the little stub off in it, and then you give them the stub, you keep the big bit. She was counting all of the stubby bits that had been ripped off into like piles of 5 or it's like 10s or 20s or whatever, putting a rubber band around and then putting them in like a little shelf in front of them. I'm facing her, so I'm seeing her putting them in here like that, and it's genuinely chaos. So as she's doing all this, as soon as she looked away, the pile that she's doing but hasn't put a rubber band on, I just took the little stubby bit. Looked away, the fella next to me is like laughing and that, like smiling, and I just ripped the stub off my end. When we get to the thing, I just ripped it off and handed it to the lady. She just sees the bit I've just picked up, and I've retaining the bit that was already out of date. Yeah. It's like, and just swanned on, and then when I got to the other end, so you got to go the tunnel. That's just the gate, and then you go through that tunnel, don't you? And then I'm on the plane, and it's like, hello, sir, can I see your boarding pass? This fella. I was like, yeah, sorry, mate, I just blanked. Just blended it, because I've only got the bit that I was meant to retain, which is severely out of date at this point. And I was like, I'll just blend it. And I was pretending I couldn't understand. He was like, please, sir. And he's stopping everyone. He's like, please stop. He said, we must see it. And I was like, I went this. He went, was that so hard? And I was like 3 or 4 seats away from him. I was like, sorry, mate, I'm a bit hungover. Put it in my coat. Just went and just grabbed any seat. He's like, just sit anywhere. It was a double-decker bus. Airplane. It had stairs going up. And I was dying of thirst by this point as well, because I had no money and all the airline needed water. And it was free drinks. And I just literally got a full bottle of Pepsi and took it to the seat. And I thought, they're probably going to say you can't do that. But no one did. I was literally just drank 2 litres of Pepsi. Saved my life. I don't even like Pepsi, but it was like fucking the nectars. But honestly, God, we must have been almost home before I said to the fella who sat next to me, because I just got by on a window seat. And loads of these fellas who had younger kids with them who'd been to the match sitting all around me. And we were nearly home before I told them what I'd done. Like, they were going to stop and, like, open the door mid-flight and throw me out with a fucking parachute or some shit. I was like, and I told him, like, did you, lads? Yeah, and I showed him my boarding pass. I was like, look, it should have been fucking last night, basically. And he was laughing his head off, going, that's fucking boss, that. And, yeah, it was the only way I was getting home then, but I was so hungover, I was so anxious because of everything that had happened. I'd had a big blackout, lost all my money, woke up, didn't know what had happened in that period to get me to where my consciousness was back. So I just had this weird anxiousness. I was just so anxious all day. I just needed to get home, and I just did whatever. And it was just dead smooth, largely didn't have a clue. And then I just ripped my bit off, give them the bit that I'd just taken. And even when we took off, there was still loads of empty seats, so they couldn't fuck off. It's not like I was taking someone's seat or nothing. Yeah.
Sorry for the ages. You could have lived another little Greek life out there in Greece.
I know, that would have been boss, that, like, just sitting outside the fucking...
The Greek Scouser, you could have been the first Kostas Tsimikas.
Chubby Tsimikas, just sitting outside the fucking amphitheatre, fighting people for money. Bread and circuses.
Socrates.
Did even see none of that. We went to the main square, I found my uncle immediately, which was good because I'd say that flew there on my own little coach from the airport. And as soon as I got off, I bought 4 cans of fucking whatever they were selling. And basically, the dude who normally sells newspapers was now selling fucking loads of ale. And I just bought 4 cans off him, went round the corner, bumped into our bully. I was like, yes. Any match goers will probably know Stevie Dullan, bully. Called bully because he looks like the bull from fucking Bullseye. In 1.
In 2. 180. 7:15 already. Fucking hell, what the fuck?
I'll go back in time, and next week I'll tell you the story of how I got into the new camp, which is also very crazy story, which happened...
Mixed bunking stories.
Which happened in the last 16 of that same year, but that was in the final when I had to bunk on the plane on the way home. But we'll go back a couple of seasons next week, if I remember, and I'll tell you about how I bunked into the new camp, because I got separated from my cousin and that, and literally as I was bunking in, it was just before it was about to kick off, and the final countdown by Europe was on. And we were in Europe, the last 16s. Yeah, so I was bunking into... It was like I knew it was the last... It was literally the final countdown. And I had... So there's your cliffhanger. I never remember. I'll tell you that next week as well. That was the funniest trip I've ever been on. There's loads of boss stories from that. When I was asking the taxi driver, she likes fingers up her ass. And because she couldn't speak English. And me and our Tony, because we were pissed, thought it was hilarious. Don't be doing that. It's not big and it's not clever, kids. But we thought it was hilarious at the time. I had too much to drink. And she was taking it light-hearted. We weren't being aggressive or nothing. And we give her a boss tip. We just thought it was hilarious because she was like looking in the rearview mirror at me and going, no comprende. And we were just like, you sure you don't want to like fucking severe digits up your hoop? And our Tony would be laughing his head off. And then she'd laugh, and it was all in good humour. It wasn't malicious or nothing. But then because we found it so funny, we got back to the Ramblers because we'd been to see the new camp like a couple of days before the match. And when we got back to the Ramblers, we let's go and get more ale. So like I said, it was too expensive to drink in the bars, so we were going into the supermarket. And I was going around everyone we could find in the supermarket, like, Senorita, you like fingers in your ass? And most of them would be like you're weird, but some of them understand English and they're just looking at you like shaking your head or whatever.
You losers, got a life.
Yeah, exactly. And must went around about 5 different people, and that only thinks it's funny at every single time. And then I go up to this lady and I tap her on the shoulder because she's like giving a proper nose on the shelf. She turns around and I just go, Senorita, you like fingers in your ass? And she just looked me up and down. I was like, why do you dirty bastard? It's like, oh shit. I should have known as well. She literally had like fucking tartan skirt on and that.
So like Raspberry Nesbitt.
Short ginger hair, string vest. Fucking, she was literally looking at the iron brew and I'm like, Senorita.
What the fuck are you doing?
Tony, say he was laughing his head off at all of them, but he literally nearly went into a coughing fit, doesn't smoke or nothing, but nearly coughed himself to death when she responded in a thick Scottish accent. It's fucking great, that. It happened a couple of times already, but that was the best one, because our Tony was going up and go, Senor, you take a picture? And he'd be like, again, Scottish fella, funny enough, he's like, hey, I could do that for you, hey. We were like, sorry mate, you were Spanish. And again, he was like proper white and had a fucking Rangers top on, like fucking mong. But yeah, funny times, like. I can't even afford to go to Anfield now, let alone fucking the new camp.
Oh, it's fucking shite. Oh,
what's it?
7 o'clock.
10-2. But yeah, before we shoot off, is there anything you've been playing this week? Because I've been too busy, lad. I've barely played nothing. Lego Batman, and I played a bit of James Bond, but that was the past few weeks. Yeah, to be honest. I bought that Project Zomboid, but still haven't played it properly because it's too hard and I want to play it with someone.
Yeah, I've been waiting. I bought the Arkham trilogy again today on the Switch because it's been on my wish list for ages, and I've just seen it going on sale and on sale before Target.
It's so cheap and there's so much good content there for your money as well. Yeah. Even if you pay fucking a good 20-30 quid, it'd be worth it, but you're getting it for like a $5 for all of them. It's fucking, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
It's 16 quid on the Switch for all free.
That's good as well though, really, because when it's handheld, it kind of a little bit of a premium because you can do it on the bus all day with that.
Yeah, you can just play it in bed, do you know what I mean?
Because my cousin plays, because I fucking love Arkham Knight. It's one of my favourite games of all time. I've literally done all the Riddler trophies on the PC version. But Arcade plays it a lot because you can do it on the Steam Deck. Do you know what I mean? You can like sit on the bog and do it.
Yeah. Well, I had it on my Steam Deck.
Apparently runs great on it.
Because I've got it on Steam, I installed it on my Steam Deck, but it's too fucking big. And I didn't have loads of memory because it's I've got like the 64 gig one, but I put an SD card in it, and I've only got like a 256 gig SD card in it.
Yeah, and the game swallows like half of it immediately.
Yeah, so I usually just have little indie games on it, like Oblivion and Skyrim.
Yeah, smaller ones you can just dip in and out of.
Or older games, yeah.
Yeah.
Mad, like Skyrim first come out, it was like 4 gigs on the...
It was like the definitive next-gen turbo edition.
Yeah.
Times
like
4 now, isn't it?
I still think it's like 15 gig without mods. But then your mods, you can just put on fucking 100
I've literally
gig
owned
mods.
that game on fucking the Atari and that. It's just...
Yeah, it's just everywhere, isn't it?
On a fucking solar-powered calculator, you can probably play...
Surprised they haven't rolled it out on
Skyrim.
mobile, yeah.
I know. Well, do you remember you can play it on Alexa, can't you? But they did it at when E3 was a thing in the summer, and they came out and like it was a joke. But if you actually say Alexa, play Skyrim, it's basically like a choose your own adventure. They give you multiple choice. I have, and I think whenever I show it to someone, it's like, do you want to fight this mud crab? And I'm like, and I've just left it at that. Just need to volley the mud crab.
All my Alexas and that. I feel they were just costing me too much money in the electric. But what else have I been playing?
Talking about too much money on the electric, I fucking spent about $3,000 just putting the fan on the dog so she didn't die. And I hate people who moan about the weather, especially when it's warm, because we don't get enough of it in this. But the past week in the UK has been genuinely a joke.
High 30s, 35 degrees.
And just so humid that it's unbearable. And again, I've had the fan on the dog so she doesn't die, and I'm just like getting little strays off it every now and again, or lying by her to get some of it.
You'll probably be able to see by my face, I know I'm pink on the thing, but I have called the sun ridiculously.
Then on Sunday from the footy.
Yeah. Standing on the touchline, Sammy Lee. Sammy Lee, you look like the Tony Soprano's mum, you rat. Get me on. Play me next time, coach. Hopefully we'll get Jurgen Klopp.
Did he get any stick for going to the blue site that time with Big Sam?
No.
He's too much of a Liverpool legend, and he's kind of been...
Yeah.
He wasn't there long enough for it to be...
I think Tony Carroll called him a blue nose at one point.
Isn't Tony a blue?
I don't know.
Not right, to be honest. Just making it up. But yeah, other than that, lad, I'm sure everyone's been doing the same, but GTA 6, I am actually excited for it now.
Yeah.
When do you reckon we're going to get the next trailer?
I don't know, it could be today.
I doubt it.
Could be today.
I reckon it's going to be like September, I want to say. Only because...
we'll get gameplay trailers in September.
Do you reckon? I want the voiceover one with the deep dive. I hope they do one of them again like they did with 5.
What's happened usually previously is they've done 3 trailers.
Yeah, the one we've already had.
We've had 2 already.
Yeah, sorry.
And then they do 3 trailers, and then
the deep dive one.
The deep dive and the
then gameplay one. The gameplay one's the one that comes 2 months before, innit?
Yeah.
So that's what one I was on about in September. But yeah, the deep dive one where I'm hoping you could do one of them where it's like the voiceover, like, this is Vice City, and it'll show you all the different things you can do.
This.
Yeah.
You can now. I think it's going to be.
You can chicken a crocodile.
Yeah.
All that. I can't wait.
I think it's going to be more realistic than what people are thinking.
Yeah, and
I think it's going to go. But I think it's going to go further along the lines of Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
But
especially with can't just pull a rocket launcher out your ass. You need to have it equipped on your back first. All of that. And yeah, your booty car is essentially going to be like where you change your guns on your horse. I hope that, because I love all that type of shit. I prefer it more immersive. Plus, it's not going to be just graphically based on what people piece together with what they've patented for like AI and stuff. Like movement for NPCs, for instance. Normally, they'd be scripted to go from A to B. And between there, if there's an obstacle, you'll find a way around it. But sometimes you get people walking into each other or, walking into an obstacle. Now, they have multiple animations, like fluid animations. So if you were to walk past a pole, for instance, like not someone from Poland, like that pole that you can't see on camera, you literally, they won't just go like, and reroute themselves out the way, like dead chunkily, like they do in real life. It'll be one fluid motion, and it'll never be the same animation you see.
Yeah.
Like they might lift a leg over, like a dog walking past, little things like that. And the way they move, and all, it's just, that's what I can't wait for, is to see it in fluid motion, gameplay perspective, not just from
the world.
Because the very first trailer they gave us, I kept rewinding a bit where the fella comes out of he's like hanging out of the fucking car and he's got dreadlocks and they're just blowing. The movement of the hair, I just like, the hair. I just kept saying the hair over and over again. Because it blew the nips off my chest, because I was like, what?
God.
This is fucking
and all
crazy.
the NPCs have got like their own day-to-day routines and that. You could probably, and I think they'll incorporate that into some of the missions.
Yeah.
It'll be like, follow this person round.
And they'll do something different depending on the time of day and shit like that.
You've got to stake them out. You've got to watch them.
But if you started at night time, they may be in their house and you could sneak in and kill them that way. Or if it's in the day, they're going to be in work or at a certain place where they eat and shit like that. That'd be sick.
Yeah. That'll make you feel
anything where it's got different variables for playback ability as well. Because I always played the story loads.
See, the thing is, you could just build a big, massive sandbox, a bit like Hitman, do you know what I mean? And give the players the tools to do what they want.
And you can skin a cat more than one way type thing, more than one way to skin a cat.
So if you give them all the ingredients to do whatever, people just come up with all mad shit, like Hitman in a way.
And
that's like level 1,000.
It's still undefeated for creating that like sandbox where you can do all these little things, and then you can just do what you want with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and come up with your own shit. With like you using a forklift and a fucking bus, you could do shit that people hadn't even thought of. And
so this is my theory. I was saying, I said this on Reddit. There's going to be like a social media in the game.
Yeah,
you can get your
that's got to be the next step, hasn't it? Because of when 5 came out, they play on it, but there's not enough. Yeah, I think it'll definitely be a mechanic of some kind.
Yeah, I reckon you'll be able to pull your phone out and record what's happening.
100%, yeah, and
you
post it.
And then your friends will see that on this
Yeah,
story.
especially on the online one. And then, there'll be updates as well. Like, you might even be able to get, like, you know the way you had the passive missions where you might just run past someone and they're getting mugged?
Yeah.
You might be able to find them on social media because someone's gone live and something's going off. And then it flashes on your map and you can go to that location because it's shown up in social media on a live. Yeah. Because how many times have you seen these live streamers get fucking shot and shit in America?
Yeah, like swatted, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
That'd be a mission that you get swat someone. And you
I wouldn't be surprised because
they
always play on like the social commentary, don't they? And normally punch down severely on everything. I just can't wait. And I'm normally a bit of a moaner for like fucking shitty digital content, but I'm more than willing to throw the under the 90 quid at for the deluxe edition because one, I love all this cosmetic type shit and I know for a fact I'll get more than my money's worth. Yeah,
you're going to be playing it for the 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I reckon, I don't know how long it's going to be till the next. You're looking at maybe 10 years to the next Red Dead.
Yeah, and that's how they work now because of the complexity of games. And that's what's always done me head in. I have hated this whole time, especially like the last 5 or 6 years, the irrationality of Mongs online kicking off about fucking we've had insert whatever before GTA 6 because you haven't got a clue about how development works. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, by the way. Yeah. I only know a small amount, but I know enough to know that you can't compare releasing number 3 and Vice City almost back to back within a year because they're completely different games. The mechanics used, it's literally like comparing fucking dicks to oranges. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're not the same thing anymore. And the complexity and the amount of polish that they put into the games, which again, when it comes out in November, I'd be surprised if you come across a bug because GTA 4, which I played, I got a copy earlier. That number Digital Workshop was literally on this street. What was it called? Chip Shop 2000. They sold it for like a 10, 20 quid above face value like a week before. And this is the days before day one patches and all that. Yeah. And have you ever had like a glitchy GTA game?
No, not a major. It's only the PC versions that end up glitchy. Like the PC version of GTA 4 still fucking on.
It's all that crunching and fucking employee abuse. Yeah. That's what gets you good results.
It's a good games, man. Don't unionise or you'll get 80% on Metacritic.
Yeah. Just fucking... You should give all of
that... Get them down the mines.
Yeah, get some whips and get them down there because it gets results, people. No, but jokes aside, they are like the masters and I know for a fact I'll get my money's worth out of it, and a lot of the you're getting a lot of the stuff for the extra 20 quid. You know what I mean? What can you get for 20 quid nowadays? Realistically, you could go to the pub for about half an hour and it'll be gone.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Because I've seen there's a massive discourse online because there's so many people crying about it.
You can get it for the same price as the regular edition if you just.
Well, I'm expecting as well as, although we don't know, they might even segregate it, which I hope they don't. But when we've heard nothing about online yet, and I'm convinced, although we haven't had confirmation of it yet, and we won't until he announced news about it online. I'm convinced that the unlimited, or whatever they call it, definitive unlimited edition, whatever the fuck it is, ultimate edition, I think that you'll have access to all of them shops and stuff on the online as well. It only makes sense to me that you know what I mean? Because it's certain shops and stores and missions that you can get access to, don't you? Yeah. Surely that plays it online as well, but I don't know.
Yeah, but it depends. Like, you have to wait to really see about the gameplay, because there's no way. I can't see them locking like that'll be the only shop or the only tattoo shop.
Yeah. So what I think it is I think they're exclusive shops. So there will still be tattoo parlors. There'll still be clothes shops, like, because it's going to be massive. It's going to not just be what is essentially Miami, but it's going to be greater parts of like fucking Florida Georgia, in general. And it's a bit of the is it Georgia? One of the neighbouring states is like the is the national park. So it's going to go over state lines and stuff like that, which could play into missions. We've never had that before. It's all always in the same state, even when you've got the countryside bits. Yeah,
crossing borders and all that.
I think it is going to be a lot more, because they've seen how well, like you mentioned before with Red Dead, how well people took to the slow nature and the more realistic things of having to equip your guns and not being able to just have your entire arsenal loaded on you.
Yeah,
all of that
like
stuff.
Cars as well. I reckon you're not going to be able to just go and just take any car. Like, I think you're gonna have to find ways to
or have certain skills, because it looks as though Lucia, the girl, can do like lockpicking and stuff, and the lad does other stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And there might be some sort of inventory system, because they kept talking about loot, and loot you can sell, so that means shit you can pick up. Yeah. And you've got, rather than just having like, you could get snacks and that to heal yourself in online and in the game. They kind of go into like an invisible inventory, but I mean like an actual, you press start or one of the buttons like and it brings up an inventory, where
you got your satchel and all.
Yeah, you got your satchel in there, and then you can pull bifters out of it. You can eat to heal, and it'll be quicker than the stupid way you have to do it on consoles at the minute on GTA Online 5. It's better because you can actually do it from the weapon wheel now. You never used to be able to.
And you know what they're going to do? You know what? When it does come out on PC, and it's got that first-person mode, and then it's going to be the VR mod.
Oh, but they close it down so quick, Rockstar. That's the only bad thing about it. The way they are, they're just super anal and closed.
Cyberpunk for it, and the fella didn't need it.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, because he was charging for it.
Yeah, it's because he does that.
Because he was like subscribe because his Patreon, man.
Yeah, through the Patreon. I think it's £8 because I did it and I played I played Cyberpunk for a little bit, but it constantly needed updating, and I was like, I'm not paying £8 every month, and I played it for a bit. But you severely have to change the settings to really low, and I've got a pretty beefy rig. Yeah, because it's VR, you have to reduce it, and there's a bit too much compromise. And sometimes it's great when you're driving around, but then sometimes when you're doing the fighting, it can go a bit junky, and in VR, it just makes you want to spew your ring up. Yeah. But I need to get back onto it now that I've sorted the flat and that. I need to play more of it because I still haven't done all of what's it called? Not Alexa, what's it called? Alex, Half-Life Alex.
Oh, Half-Life Alex. Still need to do that.
And there's been loads of updates for Blade and Sorcery as well. So I want to get on that.
Do you know what you need to get as well? Gunman contracts.
Really, yeah.
It's like Half-Life Alex mod, but it's like John Wick.
Oh yeah, I think I've actually seen it as soon as you said, because there's quite a few mods from Half-Life Alex in it, because the aiming and all that's great. But I think I've seen that, and you can just go up to people and double tap them in the head and all that. Yeah,
it's sick, you know. You should put a video on the pod now, the game.
Been waiting for Bone Lab to go on fucking sale, hasn't it? Never does.
I paid full price for Bone Lab on the thingy on the Quest.
Because it's a bit more of like a sandbox thing, and you can load in loads of mad shit, and you can do all that, can't you? And it's always looked fun, but I've never got it because it's still like 30 odd quid. And I'm like,
I found it. I haven't played on my VR for ages. I thought, I need to buy myself a gaming chair and that. And I was like, right, I'm going to buy a gaming chair. I'm going to go to Argos. I'm going to get it. I'm going to bring it back because I was thinking about all the logistics and all that. And then literally went to take the dog outside for a piss, and this fucking office chair just rolls past me. Like, and it was like perfect. It was like it had a few little scuffles on the side and that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I was like, I am taking this. I was like looking round.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, thank you. And I just took it right up to my room and I was like spinning around on it like, yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
So now I need to finish Batman.
Oh yeah, because that's only on the Meta. I'd love to play that. Because the one that was available on the PlayStation and that was good, but because it was the PSVR 1, you had to do like the teleport movement, which I hate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's good for a bit.
Yeah. It's good for a little game that's a bit more standalone like that, but yeah, I don't want to play the full one. I thought it was going to be timed exclusive, but it's not.
So does your PSVR 2 just plug into your PC?
Yeah, and you just get, it's a Sony box, but it's literally a box that just plugs into your graphics card. But you need one of those, I can't remember what the cable's called now. SAT5, is it? I don't know. It's a special video cable, but it's got a port. If you've got a decent graphics card, it'll have a port on it for it. Just plug it into that, and then that goes from your graphics card into the little box, and then you just plug the headset into the little USB hole on the front of that, and it just works. It's dead simple. And I need to get more games on the PS2, the PS5 as well, to be honest, now that they're a bit cheaper. Because when I initially got it, I upgraded my PS Plus. I had like 2 months left. So it was dead cheap to go to the top tier. Yeah. And the top tier had VR games that you could just download as part of your service. And there was loads of really good ones, like what's the Evil Dead one called? The Walking Dead, sorry.
Saints and Sinners.
Yeah, and that's just so you played that one, haven't you? The way you have to physically...
Yeah, and you get the fucking crowbar stuck in the head and that.
Yeah, well, that was one of the most... You need to use both hands to pull it out, don't you? But I didn't know. And I just got one. And 2 zombies were coming towards me. And I, rather than two-handing and swinging at them, I, like, held it like this. So I've got, like, the round bit up here. And the long spiky bits there, and as it came towards me, I just stabbed it in its face. I was like, yeah, and then I tried to pull it out. It wouldn't come out, but the other one's behind it, and it like tried to grab at me. So I've had to let go and get one of the throwing knives, throw it in its head, which made me feel like fucking John Wick. Yeah. But then as I'm like bigging myself up, go, wow, that was sick. Another one's coming to the side. When I've had to pull the handgun, which was on the left side, and like shoot it in the face. It's so intense, but amazing at the same time. It's amazing that, like, if you go like this, it's not gonna penetrate the skull, but you have to fully go like this, and then you've got to, if you try and pull it out, it's gonna get stuck. So you have to go like, you have to rag it out. It's so immersive and intense. It's fucking boss. And yeah, I need to get in some of them. We should do that one week, fucking bring the PlayStation. If we had a little small monitor, bring the headset and a PlayStation 5 and play some fucking VR, because this is perfect space for it. And it would be easy to set up. We just need a viewing monitor. I'll look into that. Maybe we'll have future content where we're just fucking volleying the dog by accident in VR. It'd be lovely, that. But yeah, I think we're going to be putting seats out soon for it's open mic every Tuesday in the shipping forecast.
Free entry, baby.
Free entry, free for everybody. Don't be going on to Skiddle. And
the Skiddler.
Fucking... Was it the Shipwreck Comedy channel on Instagram? Follow it and put your fingers deep inside it and do all of the likes and the comments and the subscribing. All the free people who watch it, please like, comment and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, share it to your nan.
Or I will damage the dog. Oh. She didn't like that. Stay black.